Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be your empathy is your superpower. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. So empathy, what is empathy? Empathy is when you can put yourself in another person's shoes and you can actually feel what they're going through, and you can feel another person's situation, and you can embrace it and understand how difficult they may have it or how beautiful they have it. But empathy is something that I mention on the channel frequently. I am an empath. I'm certain many of you are also. I do want to clarify a few things, that how empathy is your superpower. It's one of your superpowers, but it's certainly your superpower. I do want to mention this, that many people believe that empathy is a weak word. It's a weak way to describe somebody. Like, in other words, people think that an empath is a weak individual. Nothing could be further from the truth. If you are an empath, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can connect with people on such different levels. You can feel the energy when you enter a room. You can put yourself in someone else's situation at the drop of a hat, and you want to help people. You want people to experience beautiful energy and have a great life. And that's why when, let's say, you're walking down the street and you see somebody who's down on their luck, maybe you give them a few dollars, or maybe you strike up a conversation with them, or maybe you say hi. It's because you know what it's like, and you want to contribute and help people because you have empathy and you want to help other people out. That's beautiful. Many people believe that empathy, if you are an empath, you're weak and that you're not strong. That is completely not true. It's actually quite the opposite. I will say this also before I jump into how empathy is your superpower, is this. Many people belittle or berate you if you are an empath, or if you call yourself an empath. Now, if you're going to say that you are an empath, I believe you are. I have no reason to not believe that. Wear your empathy like a badge of honor if that's what you want to do, and that's most likely what you do. That's what I do, and I honestly don't have any concern for anybody saying that I am or I'm not an empath. I listen to myself. I walk to the beat of my own drum. I make myself happy. I come first, second, and third, which is exactly what you should be doing, putting yourself as the priority. But don't listen to the noise. Don't listen to the toxic people who maybe put you down and say, oh, you're not an empath, but no, we don't listen to any of that. We don't give it any of our energy or our attention. Many people would like to be born an empath. They really would. Many people aren't born an empath, and that's fine. You're born the way you are, and you can't control it. That you just need to embrace whoever you are on this planet, and you need to be the best version of yourself possible each and every day. And if you are an empath, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is a superpower. Most likely your empathy was one of the reasons why you got ensnared in the narcissistic relationship, because most likely you were a people pleaser. You probably were a yes person, meaning you would agree to things, and you most certainly had no boundaries or low boundaries. And the narcissist saw this, and they took advantage of you and manipulated you, and here we are. But now, once you're coming through the fire, or you have the education, you understand that, wow, empathy is a beautiful attribute to have. It's absolutely amazing. It's gorgeous. And you want to share it with those loved ones and trusted ones around you. That's beautiful. It's what you should be doing. You should be making your life better and the lives of those around you better also. Trusted loved ones, of course. But empathy is a superpower, because not many people can actually put themselves in another person's situation and say to themselves, wow, I understand that that's a difficult time. What can I do to help you out? Or things like that. Because most people on the planet just live in their own little bubble. Like I mentioned on the channel frequently, there are two kinds of fogs. There's the fog in the narcissistic relationship, when you are in the relationship and you're in the narcissistic fog, which means you're just a puppet to the narcissist. You don't know what's going on. You literally have no identity, and your will is being crushed, and you're doing virtually anything the narcissist wants you to do, because you don't even know what narcissism is during this period. Now, the second fog is the everyday fog. The people on this planet walk around in the everyday fog, which means they continue to just do the same things each and every day. Wash, rinse, repeat, whatever it is, and same thing. They don't take chances. They don't really grow that much, and they're comfortable doing this because they're not awakened, and they're certainly not aware. What they're doing is they're too busy being caught up in their own little bubble of just comfort, that they don't get out and test and or challenge the unknown. Remember, the unknown is a beautiful, beautiful place to be. If you are in the unknown, or you're entering the unknown, or you've come through the unknown, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The best example of the unknown is post-narcissistic relationship. If you were discarded, that's the quintessential definition of the unknown. That's when you have to fight for yourself. That's when you have to dig in deep. That's when you have to put all the empathy that you possess into yourself and heal and process and understand exactly what you've experienced. This is a test that you will have to pass, and you will pass because you're on my channel, but it will test you unlike anything you've ever experienced on this planet. Narcissistic abuse is one of the most toxic, difficult things to overcome. But once you do so, and you get the education through my channel and many others, and again, thank you very much for being here, you understand it was all worth it. During the narcissistic relationship, especially when you were discarded, you didn't want to have to deal with that. You didn't want to have to go through that, but you had to get here, right now, in this moment in time. It's exactly what you did. There was no other alternative, because there's no such thing as a coincidence on this planet called Earth. Getting back on track, your empathy is a superpower. When you come through the fire and you actually embrace who you are. Because remember, when you're in the narcissistic relationship, the narcissist was always putting you down, belittling you, berating you, making you feel less than, invalidating you, gaslighting you, stonewalling you. Everything toxic under the sun is what they did. And then you put all your dedication and devotion into yourself, and you embraced your empathy. It's a beautiful thing to have empathy. It sincerely is. Whether you're helping a stray dog, helping someone cross the street, teaching a class, taking a class, helping someone out when they're sick, making a phone call to talk to someone you haven't talked to in a long time, donating money, time, your wisdom. All these kind of things are beautiful. That's what makes you, you. And remember, there's nobody like you on the planet. There's not one person. Another thing I want to mention to you is, if people give you a hard time for being empathy and try to take advantage of you, remember, we need to have boundaries. We learned that post-narcissistic relationship because we didn't have boundaries when we entered the narcissistic relationship, and we were manipulated, we were taken advantage of. But here we are now, getting the education, becoming wiser, becoming stronger, embracing our empathy, embracing our love, embracing who we are. We are magnificent, we are blessed, we are beautiful. We are absolutely a bright, shining light. It's exactly what we are. Now, empathy, it is your superpower. Use it. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't hide it. Don't keep it under wraps. That's what you did when you were in the narcissistic relationship. I'm not saying you were ashamed of it, but let's be real. The narcissist took advantage of your empathy and probably had snide comments when you were walking down the street saying hi to complete strangers because you're a nice person. They were probably putting you down. Like, why are you doing that? It's so embarrassing. Things like that. Yes, I do know what you're talking about. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But now that we're free and we've come through the fire, we need to be as authentic and genuine to ourselves as ever. Because like I mentioned on the channel so frequently, coming out of narcissistic abuse and healing properly and doing the work and becoming committed and devoted to yourself, that is a superpower. Now you need to get the education take the education you've acquired, couple it with your wisdom, and you need to share it with the world. That's what you do. And empathy is a huge part of that, because most likely when you were in the relationship, your empathy was taken advantage of, and maybe you weren't allowed to experience and express yourself the way you wanted to. That's exactly how it was, most likely. And now you're free. You do what you want to do, when you want, with whom you want to do anything with. But be proud of your empathy. If you are an empath, be proud of it. Absolutely be proud of it. Many people will try and tear you down because they don't have empathy, and those are people called not good people, let's put it that way. Don't give them the attention. Don't defend yourself. You know who you are. I know who you are. It's beautiful. There are many times that people will try to let's say, to not be good to you. They'll try to tear you down. You don't give them the energy. You don't defend yourself. You just move forward and let them fade away. That's what you do. Because if someone else is so busy with trying to tear you down and, let's say, crush your empathy, don't they have more important things to be doing with their time? Think about that for a minute. It's true. So remember, I mention this one on the channel frequently too. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. And if you have empathy and you're kind and loving and beautiful and spiritual and you want to contribute back to the planet, do it. Embrace it. Love it. This is you. That's your authentic self. It's you actually using your wisdom and your experiences and helping yourself and helping others. That's something you should be proud of. Like I mentioned, people that aren't empathetic, they will try to hate on you, and they will try to bring you down. We don't give them attention. We don't even acknowledge them. They can do whatever they want to. If during their 24 hours in any one day, some of it is consumed by trying to tear you or another individual down, they clearly are not a productive human being. They're a destructive human being. And we already went through the narcissistic relationship. We don't need any more people like that in our lives. So we just don't give them any attention when we move forward. Embrace your empathy. It's a beautiful thing. If you are an empath, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Relish it, experience it, embrace it. Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to be empathetic. Continue to be beautiful. Continue to know your value, your worth, that you are absolutely amazing, loved, incredible, and you can do whatever you want to do on this planet. Don't let anybody ever hold you back, ever again. Be free. Live your best life. Experience life. Share your wisdom. Share your love. Share everything you can with those trusted loved ones around you. Guys, I hope you liked it. I loved it. I'll talk to you guys later on tomorrow. Have a great afternoon. Stay blessed. Stay true. And I love you more than words can say. You are not alone, no matter where you are on this planet. You are not alone. God bless you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.